Hello everyone, welcome back to another 4-player free-for-all for Warhammer 2. I really love the free-for-alls, now they changed up multiplayer. For this one, I'm going to be playing as the Skaven Tide. Literally a Tide, there are just hundreds of rats because this is on Ultra unit size, so Skaven Slave Spears has like 180 rats in it. But our opponents are going to be the Dark Elves and then 2 High Elf players. For my army, where do we start? Let's start with the infantry here. There are a total of 3 Skaven slaves with spears here, here, and there, although this formation is going to be changing a lot throughout the battle. There are also 3 normal Skaven slaves here, here, and then I think over there. I also have 3 clan rats there, and over there. Down the middle, we have Warpfire Throwers, the Storm Vermin with Halberd version, the Poison Wind Globadiers, the Anti-Large Armor Piercers. These are not Armor Piercers, but they do some decent damage versus lightly armor soldiers. Then behind those, we have the Death Runners, again, that elite unit. And then behind those, we have an... Oh, actually, I already talked about the unit of Skaven Spears. Then over here, we have some Rat Ogres positioned behind the Plague Catapults here and here. By the way, we have 2 Plague Catapults. And then I think that's all of our infantry. So for our leadership, it's going to be Lord Skrawk, with a lot of the AoE spells here. Also Vermintide. So I did not take the Plague Monk. I think it's a little too expensive for what I wanted to do with this army. So we have the Vermintide, which is still the summon. We have the Wither, which is that AoE armor lowering ability. Then I brought the AoE Blessed with Filth, which increases or gives everybody poison, which is pretty good. And then we also have the Aura Pestilence, because he is Lord Skrawk, and I took that. The Plague Rash, which we've covered before. And I did take his Liber Bubonicus. He has 2 of these items, one of which is a direct damage to a single target, and another one which has an AoE around him. I did not take the AoE around him. But so yeah, then we got Lord Skrawk and his 2 assassin bodyguards here, who come with Trophy Heads, which is going to lower the melee defense and attack of a Lord or Hero. This one I gave Skaven Brew, which is a unique item that they can buy. So for 53 seconds, they can either put this on themselves or an ally, increase their melee attack by 44, weapon damage by 25%, become immune to psychology, but lower their own armor by 30. For 53 seconds, a unit can become really aggressive. On top of that, we also have the Rival Hide Talisman, which for 33 seconds, when we activate this, units around this assassin will have their melee attack lowered by 44, which is really steep. And then they come with Slippery. The other one does not have the Brew. They just have Trophy Heads and Slippery, because I didn't have enough money left over. So the idea with this Tide is we have just hundreds of bull crap like meat shield rats positioned everywhere that are going to be trying to protect the Plague Call Catapults there and there. My Lord Skrawk is going to be looking like he's by himself, but in reality he has 2 concealed assassins by him. So we have an actual pretty strong hero force to respond to any enemy heroes or lords, because again, all of these people have debuffs or direct damage spells to kill lords. So this is my Lord killing unit. And then down the middle here is all of our kind of specialized units, so they would just react to wherever we need them. Wherever we need flamethrowers, wherever we need anti-large, again, anti-large with storm vermin, and then the death runners wherever I want them. So yeah, massive horde protecting the Plague Call Catapults, and then a few specialized units. Over here for the opponent that we're going to be facing off with in the beginning here, they have 4 Lothran Sea Guards, because of course they do. They're high elves, so of course they're going to have... Like, I'm already saying of course they do. And, like, we've only been at this for a week? A week and a half? And already these Lothran Sea Guards are like the one guarantee you're going to have against any High Elf army. Behind those, we have 2 Swordmasters of Hoeth and then 2 White Lions. The leadership is going to be the Lordmaster of Hoeth with the heal spell and the Mystifying Miasma, which is a single unit direct damage spell and also slows. Then we also brought Tyrion, or they brought Tyrion, with the sword buff, the stand your ground. He comes with that regeneration out in that procs when he's below 10% health, I believe. And then the Sunfang, which is a breath spell with 2 charges, which does a lot of good damage. And then way over here is some Illyrian Reaver Archers, and I believe that is this person's army. The other High Elf has brought 4 Dragon Princes, the elite cav of the High Elves. So we have 2 over here and then 2 positioned within the army. The rest of their army for the infantry, they have a total of 2 Spearmen here and here. They have 4 White Lions, 3 right here, and then 1 tucked in back here. They have 2 normal archers, the non-armored version, so they only have 15 armor. The leadership is going to be Teclis with the net spell, Flock of Doom, and then they also brought the Phoenix spell, which gives them 2 charges. They brought the passives, Arcane Conduit, all the good stuff for Teclis, and that is going to be their army, I believe. Yeah, so pretty solid melee core with very, very good shock cav. Then off in the forest here, you're going to see the Dark Elf player has brought 2 Harpies, one over here, one position way over there. The rest of their army is going to be basically just infantry. There's a total of 5 of the Bleak Swords. There are going to be 2 Black Arc Corsairs. There's going to be 1 Witch Elf, 1 Executioner, and then a Malekith with most of their spells, the Blade Storm, the Soul Stealer, the Mana Powering spell, and then a Black Dragon over here to kind of just hang out together. And that's their army. I like it. Simple. Just a bunch of melee forces. And these introductions are kind of getting quicker because, you know, we've covered all these races here by this time a few times, so I don't think I need to sit here and say that Bleak Swords are the, you know, blah blah blah. The Black Arc Corsairs are the blah blah blah. But let me know if you would like to still hear the blah 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 about, like, Black Arcs are really good against lower armored troops with their bonus versus infantry and lack of armor piercing, how Witch Elves can lock down any unit with their special melee attack that makes them go mad. So let me know if you want me to keep saying what everything is good at. I'm just assuming you all know by now, like, what these are all kind of used for. But if you want me to talk more about them, then I will. If you don't, then I won't. Alright, so let's get this game started. So the way I am positioned here, I was willing to spread the Plague Claw love to 2 armies at once, but the Dark Elf player immediately goes to this High Elf player. This High Elf player immediately goes to the Dark Elf player, and this High Elf player is immediately going across the center looking like they're going to go straight for the other High Elf player. So I'm just going to sit back here like, well, I'm still in range with a play called Catapult, so we're going to be hitting the Swordmasters of Hoeth because they are a huge threat to us if this player does engage, and they will engage. There goes the Harpies over there. And again, these 2 players are going to be fighting it out, and this player is eventually going to come towards me. Although they're going to leave their Illyrian Reaver archers to harass these Dragon Princes over there for a little while. Getting my other play called Catapult in range to try and start shooting into these Swordmasters. And again, you can kind of see my spread out formation, and the idea is they're going to crash through our Skaven Slaves, but that's okay because we got Clan Rats. Then they're going to be fighting our Clan Rats, and hopefully by then our Skaven Slaves will come back from routing, we throw them back in, and it just keeps doing that. Back in, back in. That's the idea with the army, and that's why I think Skaven Slaves are really good. They're a great meat shield, and they're so cheap. They're so very cheap. And they allow your kind of specialized units of the Skaven army to do what they need to do. So yeah, we were just pounding that Swordmasters of Hoeth, and now we're going to put some shots to the Lothern Sea Guard, which is going to shoot into our Skaven Slaves, and that's fine. Like, our Skaven Slaves are 125. Although these, I did upgrade to increase their leadership because I had some money left over. So they're 165, so... And then here comes Tyrion. Tyrion is going to charge across the battlefield, right into our Clan Rats. I'm going to respond by hitting him with some Warp Fire, which isn't going to do much against him. But I didn't even notice him hit us with a firing. But we're going to throw in our Assassins and Lord Skrulk. We're going to pounce on him. So, now I'm buffing up everybody and debuffing Tyrion. And look how fast he is going to fall with this anti-hero squad. So let's just take a pause here for a moment. Look what's happening to Tyrion. Tyrion is getting hit with the Wither. He's getting hit with the direct damage Liber Bubonicus. And then he's getting hit by these 2 Assassins, which one of them has the Skaven Brew. So you can see he's going to basically be hitting Tyrion a lot with 104 melee attack. Although he's very squishy, but there's a good chance that the enemy is going to target your Lord and not your heroes, which is why I run this configuration with the Assassins. And then his damage goes from like 330 something to 431. Where's the other Assassin? There you are. 375 to 431. So yeah, now he's just getting hit by a lot. His armor's been decreased. He's getting direct damage and just has 3 different heroes pounding on him right now. And also these Poison Wind Globadiers hitting him, so he is just dropping really fast. Meanwhile, the other part of their army is going to be crashing into these Skaven Slaves. Again, that's fine. I'm going to respond by throwing in our Rat Ogres, which are the anti-armor specific, very good against Swordmaster of Hoeth, so we're going to run them in there. Running more Skaven Slaves, kind of just all over the place, getting our Storm Vermin ready in case they need to jump into the melee. And you can see we almost killed Tyrion. We almost killed Tyrion. He even had the... Oh, yeah, right. And we also put trophy heads on him, which is one of the Assassin's abilities, so he was just getting wrecked. Here comes some nice flamethrower fire into the Swordmasters and the Lothern Sea Guard. They also probably hit our Rat Ogres, too. Actually, hold on. One moment. Yeah, you get... Is this affecting us? This is really weird, because it looks like we got a debuff with the Blessed with Filth, but it's really just a positive. Sorry, I just kind of noticed that I'm like, we're hit with this Blessed with Filth, which gives us this debuff. And I'm like, wait, what? No, it gives us poison damage, which gives them the debuff. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So anyway, the Rat Ogres did a lot of good damage to the Swordmasters of Hoeth, but they are going to be routing here soon to the White Lions and the Lothran Sea Guard. These Lothran Sea Guard were trying to get close enough, I think in melee, to try and take care of my play call catapult, so I'm going to run in my Death Runners right into them. Our second group of Rat Ogres are going to go in with this Clan Rat on the Swordmaster of Hoeth. This Lore Master came in to try and fight our Hero Squad, but he quickly changed his mind, and he's going to join Tyrion over here on our right flank. And you can see I have units routing, but I have units behind them to keep the line holding for a little while longer. So this unit is already routed and already come back, so we're going to send them back into the front. And it's just this chain reinforcements. We just shatter, we come back. We get broke, we get back. I'm going to follow Tyrion and Lore Master with our Hero Squad there, the two Assassins and Skrulk, and now we're going to get on the Lore Master of Hoeth. You can see we're doing a lot of good damage to the Sword Masters over there. Good damage to our Skaven Slaves right there, but they're just Skaven Slaves, so it doesn't hurt that much. Play call Catapult still just rocking it, getting our Postman Globadiers back up here, getting our Rat Ogres who retreated back up here. And we still have units in reserve there. We still have our Storm Vermin over there. Relatively healthy Clan Rats here, the Death Runners there. So again, it's just to hold people in place as we isolate and kill. So speaking of that, our Hero Squad has dealt a nice amount of damage to the Lore Master, and now we're getting back onto Tyrion, who's coming back for a second wave. Our play call catapults, for the most part, have been targeting the Lothran Sea Guard at this point. And you can see we have routed off that one with our Death Runners, and now the Death Runners are into the Swordmaster of Hoeth to support the Rat Ogres, lowering the Swordmaster's armor down to 30 right now. And they are about to rout. Still nothing really to threaten our play call catapults. And this player is going to shatter. They could not get past the just huge amount of rats in their way onto their destination, which was probably the play call catapults. They just couldn't get through it because we had so many units just continually coming back. Alright, so let's go check out the battle from the Dark Elves and the High Elves. See how they go. So, the Dark Elf is immediately going to try and get into the forest over here. The High Elf player is going to whip their 4 Dragon Princes around the side. And they're actually going to be engaging with the Dragons that are going to be kind of dive-bombing them back here. But the rest of the Dark Elf forces, again, are just going to march over here. And they're going to meet up with this pretty scary force. 4 White Lions and then 2 Spearmen backed up by Teclis and 2 Archers. Again, while the Dragon Prince is going to go around to try and do the Hammer and Anvil. What, was that a horn or was that just an elf going her? Couldn't tell. The Harpies are going to try and be sneaky and get into the Archers over there. They are going to get pummeled by the Archer Fire. There's Teclis' ability. That hurt. See how many health points they have left. Alright, so that kind of crushed the left flank of the Dark Elf player pretty hardcore. Over here you can see the Harpies are flying into the net spell provided by Teclis, and again they're just going to get peppered by those 2 Archers that knew that they were coming. Meanwhile, back here, you can see again that the 2 Dragons are trying to intercept the 4 Dragon Princes. But the Dragon Princes are still going to be able to push their way through, and they're going to do nice rear charges here on this densely populated group of Dark Elves. The Executioners, I believe 2 Bleak Swords are in there. And they're just going to get some cycle charges off on the center of the Dark Elf line. The left flank again was just kind of ruined by Teclis' ability. Harpies finally getting into the Archers over there, but I think the other Harpy group routed. Nice blade wind, but it's also, I think, going to be hitting the Dark Elves. Another nice cycle charge from the Dragon Princes. More Dragon Princes going in to try and finish off the left flank of the Dark Elves. And just look at that center. The center of the Dark Elves just got hammered by that Blade Wind, have got repeatedly cycle charged by the Dragon Princess, so that's not good. And we still have enough Dragon Princess, or my enemy does, to tie down Malekith over here, who I think just hit himself with the Power of Darkness. Normally you don't want to hit Malekith with this, unless you have some way to heal him, which you don't. Oh no, you do. Right, Soul Stealer. What am I saying? Of course you do. Soul Stealer. I was like, they don't have access to any heal spells. Of course, they have the Soul Stealer ability. But anyway, the Dark Elf line was just cycle charged to death, hammer and anviled, and they got hit by their own spells and then Teklis' spells. And on top of that, they were trying to fight basically superior infantry for the most part. The White Lions can chew through the armor of the Blackheart Corsairs, so they do really well there, and they also have eye armor. And most of the High Elf or Dark Elf infantry, actually none of them, were armor piercing specific, so they couldn't really get through the White Lions' high armor. They still did do a decent amount of damage to them. Like, the White Lions still felt the pain. But you can see that with the help of these 4 Dragon Princes, the Dark Elf forces are going to be just routed off the field. And I believe the Harpies are still out there, but I think they're going to die here pretty soon too. The Dragons are still pretty healthy, although this is a bad idea, sticking your Dragon into the forest. This is a good idea, doing another Blade Wind on top of all these White Lions and Spearmen, though. Ooh, but now he got netted by Teklis. Oh, God. And you can see some more Dragon Princes just trying to finish up the Blackheart Corsairs over there. Archers running for their life. Ooh, that was a nice wind spell by Malekith there. But again, they should not be fighting in the forest if possible, because the dragons do suffer penalties while fighting inside a forest. These infantry do not. So over here, I think the Harpies are actually going to get beat up from the archers, just due to the nature of how low of health they are. Archers have pretty decent melee defense with martial prowess on. So yeah, I think they're kind of winning out against the Harpies here. Which is kind of upsetting, I'm sure, for the Dark Elf player. And then here comes the Dragon Princess to finish off the deal. Jeez, those poor Harpies. But yeah, so everything over here has been broken from the Dark Elf player, but the dragons, like I said, still do remain. Another Blade Wind spell. Not really going the way that that player probably wanted it to, though. Just kind of veers off to the side. Nice wind spell there. Dragon Princess should also have a negative in the forest, so this is just all bad for them. But I believe Malekith is going to make their way outside of the forest here soon. You can see Teklis has received some damage. I'm not sure from where. Maybe the Harpies, or maybe they were in melee. I kind of lost track of Teklis. Maybe it was just miscasts. Harpies at this point, I think, are routing. This one is on the brink, and I think it will shatter here soon. And Malekith's just taking a lot of damage in here. And at this point, the High Elf army, as for me, has already shattered. So you can see I'm going to be moving my forces into a position like this and trying to use this as a choke point. With our play call catapults, I think they're going to be positioned like here-ish and then here-ish. Now we're going to start nailing the Dragon Princes, who are still kind of concerned with fighting against the Black Dragon. And you can see that they're going to be bunching up right here. So I'm like, well, this is a nice opportunity for me to show them some play claw love. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And then at this point, Malekith is going to try and escape the forest. And Malekith and the Black Dragon are actually going to get away from the High Elves, and they're actually going to come and assault me. Nice damage there on the Dragon Princess. And my play call catapults, for the most part, are just going to be trying to whittle down these Dragon Princes. They are a big threat. I don't have much in the way of anti-large left, although I do still have a relatively full Storm Vermin, though. That is pretty good. Just look at all these rats on Ultra. My God. So right there, that is telling me that the Dark Elf player has no more infantry left or any more ground units, so if they do not land their dragons, they will lose the game automatically. Actually, what happens is that their units who are still flying start to lose morale at a rapid pace. I think that's what happens. So again, I'm trying to keep a defensive formation between the temple and this wall over here. Trying to keep my eyes on the Dragon Princes who are going around this way, and they will eventually come up this way. Dragon and Malekith are going to land down into my Skaven Slaves, which is totally fine. I'm going to respond by getting our Assassins and Lord Skrulk over there. I'm going to hit Malekith, I think, with the Libricus Bubonic. Wait, what is it? Liber Bubonicus? I think that's what it is. Oh no, I hit the dragon. Oh, that was a misclick. I thought I hit Malekith with that. But Malekith is going to get hit by our Poison Wind Globadiers. He's going to be just kind of flying above here, and I'm just going to go like, throw, my pretties, throw. Nice damage into our Skaven Slaves, but they're just Skaven Slaves. Good damage with those Poison Wind Globadiers. This is going to hurt. Malekith is going to cast that Soul Steal spell, and it's going to really take a chunk out of our Assassins and Lord Skrawk. But you can see we have almost killed the Black Dragon, and now we're on to Malekith. We're going to try and focus him down. Meanwhile, the Dragon Princes are going to be making their approach over here, and I'm still trying to hit them with our Play Call Catapult, so at least this one. This one, I think, lost targets, so it automatically acquired whatever was nearest. I do not actually want him to fire the Dragon. It should be readjusting his fire here soon. And then here goes the Flock of Doom from Teclis, who is back in there. Hitting my Storm Vermin there with that one. My hero squad did take quite a beating. You see my assassins below half, Lord Skrawk is below half, or half-ish, and then this one is at half as well. Now we must receive the Dragon Princes. So they're going to be charging into our Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats, which is fine. I'm going to be getting what's left of our Rat Ogres and trying to pile them in there. I'm going to get our Deathwind or Poisonwind Globadiers up here to start throwing some more of their, well, globes. Getting our hero squad over there and getting our Storm Vermin over here as well. We still have reserves here, here, and here with the Death Runners. We are going to get netted, and the Dragon Princes are going to be pulling out and actually coming in from another angle, which is a good move. Netting most of my Clan Rats here. And Skaven Slaves. And Rat Ogres. But we still did do a good amount of damage to the Dragon Prince's Play Call Catapult still firing, although getting some friendly fire there, just due to the angle. Poisonwind Globadier is still going at it. Hero Squad still alive. Another Phoenix spell coming down. It's going to be hitting our Clan Rats. I guess our Storm Vermin. And you can see the enemy is trying to find a way to shut down these Play Call Catapults. They're doing what they can, but we just have so many rats. Going to get my Death Runners on Teclis over here, including the Storm Vermin. Going to get our Rat Ogres, which are over here, to deviate back and try to finish off these Dragon Princes that are in our Play Call Catapult. Deathwind Globadier is going to be pulling out here and start throwing in globes this way. I think I'm pulling out my Warfire Thrower as well. And then here comes the rest of the High Elf Infantry. They're going to be pretty slow, and so right now my biggest concern is Teclis and the Dragon Ogres, or Dragon Ogres. Oh my god. The Dragon Princes and Rat Ogres. So the hero squad is almost at Teclis, so we're going to be hitting him, I think, with some debuffs here soon. Trying to disengage our Poison Wind Globadiers so they can again throw in their globes against these Dragon Princes. Some more Warfire going down. More reinforcements coming because they are recovered from their break-in state. And then we are going to shatter the High Elf player. And that is going to be a victory for the Skaven Tide. I've seen a remark that, or a few comments that people think Skaven Slaves suck. I disagree. Yes, they don't get many kills, but they do provide a function, and that function is holding enemies down and making sure that they can't flank or anything. They are excellent meat shields. They are fast meat shields. They're great. I love Skaven Slaves. They're so cheap. Like, look at this army. My infantry line sucks, but my support line is great, and it worked. So the hero squad, excellent performance. They almost killed Tyrion in like under a minute, which is pretty good considering how beefy Tyrion can be. The meat shields held, and then held again, and then held again, and then held again as they kept coming back from routing. The support units here, the Death Runners, they killed an entire Lothran Sea Guard by themselves and then helped with Storm Masters of Hoeth. I didn't really want to throw them out on the flanks and kind of like behind enemy lines because there's so many Dragon Princes running around and I was not able to keep track of everything. So I didn't know if the High Elf player with the Dragon Princes was going to try and flank me at all. And so I didn't really want to expose them out in the flanking and then just get charged by some cav and slaughtered. So I kind of kept them in the back and as kind of like a fast response unit to do whatever I wanted. Storm Vermin still netted out 58 kills. They killed some Dragon Princes, I think, a little bit. But for the most part, they were just holding the line, just like most of my other rats. Poison Wind Globadiers did a lot of good damage to Malekith, Tyrion, Dragon Princes, and so on and so forth. Play Call Catapults, excellent. Just excellent. Their accuracy is great. They're just such a good unit. Rat Ogres did a lot of good damage to Sword Masters of Hoeth, and then Dragon Princes. Warfire Throwers, I haven't really been able to have them shine at all. They did do some damage to some Lothran Sea Guards, but I like them just because it's a flamethrower unit. I just don't know if they're super viable. Kind of like the flamethrowers of the dwarves, of the Dowie. It's just, you have other ways of dealing with low armored soldiers as the Skaven that are more kind of reliable. These require line of sight and usually require you to be flanking them or shooting people from above, so it's just a really harder unit to use. For Fire Tom, the Dark Elf player, Malekith netting 293 kills is insane. Harpy's got some decent amount of kills, Black Dragon got some decent amount of kills. Unfortunately, their infantry line was just kind of overrun by the White Lions and Teclis for the most part, and then the rear charges of those Dragon Princes spelled doom for Fire Tom. Over here, Durango James, the Dragon Prince, and I mean, there you go. That's exactly what happened. Look at the kills that these Dragon Princes got. My God. And the White Lions held their own for a long time. Even the Spears did too. And the Archers got 58 kills. Jeez. It's pretty good. Tekka sending 23. Not the highest, but still did a lot of damage. And then Mantis Toboggan. Well, we saw what happened to Mantis. Swordmaster Hoth got a lot of kills there. Tyrion netted 54. So, Mantis wanted me to know before they left the game how... Let's say they didn't approve of my army in a few words that I won't utter here, and then they ended that with saying that I should kill myself. So I think that means that my army was pretty good, really. Pretty good, not very cheesy, I don't think. There's nothing really cheesy about this, it's just a ton of rats, that's what Skaven are. So, thanks Mantis for confirming my army was pretty good. And let's go watch a cinematic view, everybody. Your Lothar and Seaguard have nothing on play called catapults, my friend. You're a brave elf, Tyrion. Of course, they didn't know I had 2 assassins at this point because they're concealed. Bathe in fire. Probably did more friendly fire damage here than anything else.
Law of pestilence. They obey. Good orders. Die! Die!
Kind of hard to see with all of the buffs and debuffs going on.
Back on the ground!
No, fire again! Fire again! I think I have them on the Lothar and Seaguard here. Maybe not. One group retreats, another group takes its place. We got rats for days. Now, I think I only had to summon 2 clan rats in this battle.
Yes! Yes! At once! So, ye it!
I love their kicks. These damn ninjas. Rat ninjas. Rin Tin Ninjas. They're so cool. I need to do just like a ninja army, but that would be micro heavy.
Fight! Seek! Hornet rats will.
I don't think that lower mash is getting. Oh no, there he is. I love that maul attack too.
Clan advance! Quick, quick! Onward! Insect kill!
Who knocked down Lord Scroff? What the hell?
Onwards! Move, move! On, lads! Clan advance! On, rats!
Already have rats ready for the next battle up here. I love you, rats. So cool. I think I actually almost went out of the map with that. These units do look really cool.
Yes, yes, yes! I tell George! Faster, scurry! Skitterelli! Skrenrika bokrek! Yes, yes, yes! Skrinrikato crack! Skitterelli! Onward!
Here come the assassins.
Eat bite! Yes, now, now! Swing, swing! Yes. Vermintide comes! Adaka! This way, fool! Scurry race! I want this!
Get him, assassins! I love these little guys.
Onwards! And skitter! This way, fool! Vermintide comes. On. Fight attack. Slay no fast. Scurry race. Eat them. Yes, fight, kill. Yes. Fight. Move.
And there we go. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the battle. And I will see you all next time. Take care.